Princess Ariella and Her Magical Gift. In a kingdom nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a beautiful and kind princess named Ariella. She was known far and wide for her warm heart, her radiant beauty, and her boundless kindness towards all living creatures. Princess Ariella's palace was surrounded by the most splendid gardens, where flowers of every color imaginable bloomed. She spent her days wandering through these gardens, tending to the plants, and talking to the animals that lived there. Princess Ariella had a magical gift. When she spoke to the creatures, they could understand her, and she could understand them in return. One sunny morning, as she strolled through the rose garden, she heard a tiny voice crying for help. Princess Ariella followed the sound and discovered a small wounded bird with a broken wing. With gentle care, she scooped the bird into her hand and cradled it close to her heart. She whispered soothing words to the bird, and a smile appeared on its tiny beak. Princess Ariella took the bird to her favorite place in the garden, a serene pond surrounded by weeping willows. She set the bird on a soft lily pad and sang the sweetest, most comforting lullaby. As her melodious voice filled the air, a magical glow enveloped the injured bird, mending its broken wing. With a joyful chirp, the bird took flight, soaring into the sky. News of Princess Ariella's kindness and her ability to heal creatures with her voice spread throughout the kingdom. Soon, animals of all sizes began to seek her help. Squirrels with twisted tails, rabbits with sore paws, and even a wise old owl with cloudy eyes all came to Princess Ariella. She never turned anyone away, always tending to their needs with compassion and care. One day, as Princess Ariella sat by the pond, a young deer approached her, its eyes filled with sadness. The deer told her about a deep, dark forest that was slowly being consumed by shadows and despair. The creatures of the forest were losing their homes and their hope, and they believed that only a heart as kind as Princess Ariella's could save them. Princess Ariella, filled with determination, gathered her loyal animal friends. Together, they set off on a journey into the heart of the shadowy forest. As they ventured deeper, they encountered eerie whispers and creeping darkness, but Princess Ariella's kind heart and unwavering courage pushed them forward. In the heart of the forest, they discovered an old, evil tree which was the source of the shadows. Princess Ariella touched the tree with her gentle hand, and the shadows began to recede, replaced by vibrant, colorful leaves and a radiant light. The forest came back to life, and its creatures rejoiced. Princess Ariella had not only saved the forest, but had also made it a place of beauty and kindness. She returned to her kingdom, celebrated as the kindest princess who had ever lived. From that day on, Princess Ariella continued to care for all living beings, from the tiniest insects to the grandest animals. Her heart was as beautiful as her kingdom's gardens, and her kindness was a beacon of light that shone for all to see. And so she lived happily ever after, a true testament to the power of kindness and love. Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful young girl named Cinderella. She was known for her kindness, grace, and gentle spirit, but her life was filled with sorrow and hardship. Cinderella's mother had passed away when she was just a child, leaving her in the care of her wicked stepmother and two stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters were cruel and unkind, forcing her to become their servant. She was made to do all the housework, from cleaning the floors to cooking the meals, while her stepsisters lounged in luxury. Despite her difficult circumstances, Cinderella never lost her gentle nature and hopeful spirit. One day, the kingdom received an invitation to a grand royal ball. The king's son, Prince Charming, was seeking a bride, and the entire kingdom was invited to attend the ball. Cinderella's stepsisters were ecstatic and immediately began planning their outfits for the event. They demanded that Cinderella sew them the most beautiful gowns and prepare their hair and makeup, leaving her with even more work to do. As the day of the ball approached, Cinderella longed to go and dreamt of dancing with the prince, but her stepmother had no intention of allowing her to attend. Instead, she left Cinderella with a list of chores that seemed endless, ensuring that there would be no time for her to prepare for the ball. Cinderella was despondent, but her luck was about to change. As she sat in her room, feeling utterly defeated, a shimmering light filled the room. Suddenly, a kind, elderly woman appeared before her. It was her fairy godmother. With a wave of her wand, Cinderella's rags transformed into a magnificent gown of the most delicate silk, shimmering like the stars. Her plain shoes were replaced with glass slippers that sparkled in the moonlight. The fairy godmother even transformed a pumpkin into a beautiful carriage and mice into elegant horses, so Cinderella could make her way to the ball. But the fairy godmother gave Cinderella a warning. She must leave the ball before midnight, for the magic would only last until then. Cinderella arrived at the royal ball, and Prince Charming was immediately captivated by her beauty and grace. They danced together throughout the night, and Cinderella felt like she was living a dream. However, as the clock struck midnight, she remembered her fairy godmother's warning and had to flee the palace in a hurry, leaving behind one of her glass slippers. The next day, Prince Charming was determined to find the mysterious beauty who had captured his heart. He went to every corner of the kingdom, asking young women to try on the glass slipper. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters tried to squeeze their feet into the delicate shoe, but it was clear that neither of them was the mysterious girl. Finally, it was Cinderella's turn. As she slipped her foot into the glass slipper, it fit perfectly. Prince Charming recognized her at once and declared her to be his true love. Cinderella forgave her stepsisters for their cruelty, and they were all invited to live in the palace. Cinderella and Prince Charming were married in a grand ceremony, and they lived happily ever after, ruling the kingdom with kindness and compassion. Cinderella's story became known far and wide as a tale of hope, love, and the belief that goodness would always prevail, even in the face of adversity. And so, the story of Cinderella serves as a reminder that no matter how difficult life may be, kindness and goodness will ultimately lead to a happily ever after. Thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.